I have the pleasure to give the floor to Professor Guangjun from China, please.
This one? Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is my 5th time to be here to give some voice of China. Actually, I'm a research scientist. Here, I'm just give you some key facts and some of my personal understanding about nanomedicine in China. So it's not necessarily reflect anything about the regulatory authorities. So you see, I come from the National Center for Nanotechnology. So our center is the only nationwide platform for state-of-art research. We also have the duty for the technology transformation, commercialization, and also training for people, and have international collaboration. I think these days we hear a lot about nanomedicine, especially for the anti-tumor nanomedicine. So today I mostly collect data about the anti-tumor nanomedicine. So really it's a size-dependent research discipline. It's not the same as our traditional biology, medicine, or chemistry material sciences. So in terms of the current nanomedicine funding in China, so we still have 2 channels. One is the Ministry of Science and Technology. So basically, they support major research grants. So from 20 million to up to 90 million RMB for the whole project. So fortunately, I got one this year for the support the regulation of tumor microenvironment using nanomedicine. The second major one is National Nature Science Foundation. They support many relatively smaller scale of research. So I think every year we see the numbers, and that's also up to 30 million RMB per year. So if we have a 5-year plan, so you can count it how much money we have. So for the private and organization investors, they are very keen about nanomedicine. So I think up to my knowledge, I heard about that Guangjun in Beijing. I think the IPOs and also the investment for the early stage or high-tech projects are probably among one of the top one in the world. And for the regulation, I think the major thing is our Chinese authorities are under major the reconstruction. I think the name probably will be the National Medical Products Administration, NMPA. So the food regulation is totally out of the medical products. So the authorities also recruit senior people from overseas. They do more proactive regulations, and they more support the innovative drugs instead of the genetic drugs, biosimilars, me too, me better drugs. So they raise the bar for have a strict regulation for the preclinical and clinical data. And I think I heard also from the panel, Chinese authorities do a lot of international harmonization collaboration. So I think there is a strong need. So Chinese authorities want to team up with the international authorities on medical products regulation. For the basic research, I think I want to highlight that we have a strong research capacity on regulation of the tumor microenvironment. I think these days we heard about people talking about immune therapy, vasculature regulation, and stromal regulation. So they all are our current focus. I give you one example how we achieved in the past 1 year. So for the basic research, this is from my group and also Professor Yu Liangzhao's group. So basically we developed DNA origami-based nanorobots. So basically, we can deliver specifically thrombin into the tumor vasculature and induced a specific blood coagulation, and we can totally block blood circulation in the tumor vasculature. And in this case, we're using the DNA nanorobots to turn the impossible into reality, because we are the first to make thrombin can be injectable to the mammalian systems. And so we found that such DNA origami nanorobots can targeting tumors and work very well in different tumor models, as long as rely on the heavy blood circulation, so you can inhibit that. Especially for this, this is a KRAS mutation model. Basically, there's no cure for it, so we can greatly slow down the tumor growth. We also confirm such nanorobots is safe, not only in mice, but also in Minipig. So in summary, we're developing some new nanomedicines based on the regulation targeting of tumor microenvironment. And I think this is current on the market or under clinical trial, preclinical studies. This is 4 examples we want to highlight. So I think for the fluorine C84 is under large amount of production. And this is my final slides. We have 3 major meetings on nanomedicines. The upcoming one is in Shanghai. It's a China Nanomedicine meeting. I think Patrick been there in the second one. This is the third one. So our targeted participant probably 1,500. So I wish we can see more Europeans in our meeting. And we also have the major one, China Nano Conference 2019. So we are targeting maybe 2,500 participants. Thank you very much for your attention.
Well, many thanks for this overview, even if, as I said, that you do not represent the regulator, but as you represent the researcher, the research community. Clearly it will be in the interest of the research community and innovators to have then converging regulatory approaches. And also knowing that China, Chinese market is a big and a very growing one, so certainly it would be in everybody's interest also to have the similar approaches. And clearly this DNA nanorobot example was a really exciting one. Thanks for this as well. Now